We got our two trades set here. Ready. Got triggered into one of them on micro gold. Came down to our entry point and triggered us in. So this morning, price was grinding up. I put my order in down here because today looks bullish. Came down, triggered me in. Stop loss is under this next pivot here, where I will enter in my second trade because that's a good support level also. Now, the worst case scenario is that this can stop out of both trades at both stop loss levels, and that's it. I'm done for the day. But reason why we're long is because the day is over previous day's level. Now, it is hitting some resistance up there. So this could be, it could stop me out of both trades. Each dash line is my stop loss for both trades. If price falls below both these red dash lines, back below the previous day's high, which is right here, then yes, I will lose both of those trades. So that's where we're at with it. It's worth a try. The day's bullish. I'm going to give it a try. We'll see what happens. It's worth a try. It is worth a try. All right. What's cool is that I'm not afraid to lose because I've had all three of my trades one day just boom, 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 boom. And once you experience that, there's nothing to fear. So if it knocks me out here, knocks me out on the next one, that's fine. I've also had it knock me out of two and get me in the third one, which I'm not doing three today, but that third one made up for most of the losses on that particular day. What I have not had happen yet, and I do believe will, well, actually I have had it happen, where I could have made 3-4R return. These are $250, $300 risk limits. I could have made $1,000 before several times on one trade. Problem I need to work on is staying in the winners. So here we go. If it loses, it loses. That's fine. But when I'm triggered in, I want to stay in for the winners. And I've got to practice that. If I can stay in for the winners, I will be profitable. It's all psychological. It's all emotional. And I've got to get over it. Get over it. I almost put my stop back right under that pivot. It would have triggered me out. But because I was thinking, once it gets back up there, if it comes back down to this pivot, it's probably going to keep going. And it is, and I may be correct on that, but yeah, so I think I'm going to move my stop up, not down. Don't ever move your stop down. If it wants to trigger that, it wants to sweep that pivot level where I have my next trade set up. If it sweeps that pivot, I'll lose on this first trade and we'll be in the second trade. I'm only going to do 2, not 3 different trades today, because I can't find any reason to get into a third trade. If you can't find a reason to get into it, then don't just keep buying. That's no different than really adding to a losing trade. Legitimately, this is a bullish day. Legitimately, that is a bullish day. Over the top of the previous day, green. It's just hitting some resistance right now. So So that's the trend line it bounced off of earlier today and came back down. That's why I didn't want to buy it that high. I figured I'd wait for it to come down, and it did come down. Question is, how far down is it going to go? Okay. I hope it stays sideways and rangy like this. I really, really, really would like to have a winner. I really would like to have a winner.
Tilt in the NQ has flattened back out to a 50-50. You're in trade short 2 micro gold from 49.28 and 80 cents.
We're stalling a little bit here on gold, but this is what I like on gold. The fact that you haven't tagged lows when you start to stall is typically where you reject. It brings in early buys, and then typically you see it squeeze out. So these little rejections here on gold are kind of nicer for me to see this squeeze lower. Just want to see if some volume come in and squeeze it here.
It does look like it wants to come down.
NQ selling off. Session low was 25,814. NQ down about 140 points since that bell rang. ES
It's looking really weak on this 5,000 tick chart right
70.01.
here, like it could easily just rotate down.
Some buying coming back in. What's going on in the Dow? Dow continues to push higher here. Make new session highs. 49,645 last trade.
Yeah, looking at the big boy stocks, Microsoft just continues to get,
Oh boy.
just like they've been leaking pretty good. Down to 417 bucks, down 1.5% today. Nvidia down 1.1%. Biggest to the upside, Meta's up nearly 1%.
Okay.
Amazon scratched, Apple down a little bit. Not a whole lot else there. Palantir had earnings yesterday that beat on.
Come on, back to break even. Should I get out of it? Has my thesis changed? Does everything still look bullish on the higher time charts? Well, one candle can make a difference, can't it? I mean, it's trapped in between the moving averages, but they're all still going up. The whole day has been in a range. It hasn't broken that. I mean, if it breaks this range, it could easily just stop me out of both my trades. But I think I might go to break even here as soon as it goes up a little bit. And if it stops me out for break even, at least I didn't lose anything. But I really need this to get up at least this high. I would like to have a profit on this. It'd be nice if it just took off right now, went right on up there. Go right to profit target. I'm not even asking for it to go over the top of the high. I'm just asking for it to get up and maybe get almost to where then I could break even. Oh, you got to get over it, man. You got to just hold your position. And this is what I need work on. I need work on that. The psychology is the most important. Entering a good trade, you can enter a good trade and mess it all. I've done it. Messing up a good trade by moving your stop, getting out early, getting out. Only way you can mess up a good trade is to get out too early. If it's going in your favor, you can get out too early. Breaking even is not a bad thing to do. If it goes to your target and you want to break even, there's no right or wrong on that. That's personal preference. So it's coming back to break even. I didn't move it to break even. I hope it bounces right here off all that. What I'd like to see is the pattern that I love, where it sweeps a pivot this way, and it comes down and sweeps the low, and then it begins to make higher lows, and then it consolidates before it takes off. That would be the ideal hope right here. I'm not hoping based on any chart. It is a bullish day, but you just got to accept the loss. You got to be ready to take that loss.
That was making another push higher. Silver also. Silver turn around at about a $2 pop as we trade $88.25. More lows, NQ.
Richard, you might be right on this.
Whoa. Big selling coming in there. ES, NQ. Big market order just hit. Selling NQ, look out below. NQ just got hit about 100 points right there. New lows, ES as well. What was that? You know, man, NQ just got absolutely smashed. ES as well. Wow. We are selling off. I'm not seeing any headlines just yet. Big sell orders coming in the NQ and the ES there. 100-point smash in the NQ. 20-point smash to the downside in the ES. No headlines.
That can happen anytime, anywhere.
Gold could do the same. I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
Gold just sitting at 49.44. What was that?
I wish gold would go
I was
up
just gonna
on some
comment
news.
before
That would be great.
You may be right. I kind of like I had that green line there for maybe longs, but Richard, every time you've said that sellers are trapped, like it's working out, and then it goes down. You gotta stop. You gotta stop doing that.
Oh, jinxing it.
You're jinxing it.
What was the size on that sell-off, Jack? If you have a second, we got. I haven't seen anything from Bowman. Bowman's scheduled to speak, but big sell orders coming in the ES.
Sorry, let me switch over to big contract. That was 3,300 ES traded in a second, which is it's on the high side of what we ever see. I don't know. I've maybe seen 4 once.
You can triple check it by looking at the futures, and then you could quadruple check it by looking on the SIP, the SIP, and you're not going to find trades at those price levels at that time because no one traded at those price levels at that time. And yet, if I go to social media, oh, look at what we found. Oh my God, this is manipulation. Fucking Pelosi's at it again. And I get it. I'm there with you. Pelosi does fucked up things when it comes to trading, but no one on the planet was trading at those levels.
Watch your language, buddy.
So I'm there with you to call out people when actually malicious manipulation is occurring, but that also means that inherently there has to actually be malicious manipulation for what you're referring to, and that's just not a good example of it. If you want to play the game of pointing out malicious manipulation, yeah, we could go find it. That's just a really, really poor example of it. I made money on that misprint. Let's go. No, you didn't. No one did. No one traded on those levels. That's literally why it's called a misprint. I made money on the misprint. You did not. And I know that because on misprints, no one is trading at those levels at that time. They're not real trades. It's once again, it's a misprint. It's a data mess up. So you to say you made money there, literally no one on this planet did, because no one was trading there. The bid and the ask wasn't there. The market wasn't there. Like literally no one in the world was trading at those levels. It's just, you made money from, I could show you the equivalent movement here. You made money maybe on this drop, but no one spiked it. Like I could show you it on NDX. Like, I don't know how much I could drive this point home, but there was no trades at that minute. Like literally we opened up at 943. The opening was the high. Nothing traded above it. NDX did not trade above 25,700. NQ barely traded above 25,800. This wick is fictitious. No one traded there. If you are saying you made money, it's one of two things. Either you're lying or you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. But literally no one was able to quote unquote take advantage of that candle. If you had calls, you didn't all of a sudden like capture it at 630. If you had a long position on Qs, you weren't able to trade it above 626. No one did it. No one did it. And I get that people are saying they did. They like, you literally just have no clue what you're talking about. And that's all right. I mean, at a certain point, we're all trying to learn something about the market, but it is by definition a misprint. And this is one of those things that for people who are informed about the market, it's not even a contentious thing. It's not even like a discussed thing because we all know what's going on. Like we all know what's going on. So exclusively the people who talk about it and act like it's a thing are uninformed retail traders. This guy sounds arrogant. Is it arrogant or am I right? Like if a teacher comes in and is explaining the law of gravity and someone says, or like, hey, I had gravity of 11 meters squared per second. And you're like, well, no, that's just not the force of gravity. Like you wouldn't call them arrogant. They're just trying to teach you. I just proved to you definitively that is inaccurate to think that anyone traded in this block. And whatever. I guess if you want to leave, I don't give a fuck. It's your knowledge.
Watch your language, buddy.
Libs with hurt feelings. Yeah, people are pretty soft these days. People are pretty soft these days. It happens. We'll get over it. We'll be able to survive. Hello, Trader Matt. Can you show Tesla chart again? Is Tesla doing anything? Tesla. Little drop, little pop, little drop, little pop. Nothing too special intraday. It's trying to save itself from this breakdown. Recently, we do have lower highs and lower lows. I would love for it to recapture from a technical perspective 440. Not only is that the recent high, but it's also the 50-day exponential moving average. So about 26 buckaroos to go. Palantir did gap up, giving some of it back, but still up 6.7%. Meta had a huge pop-up, giving some back. There's still a downside gap to 678. Microsoft getting its face kicked in. Tesla, we already went over that. Apple recovering, actually starting to look bullish. I would normally trade that, but I've decided to not trade Apple. We are going through a very nasty divorce. We are going through a very public breakup. So out of like pure arrogance and unbridled ego and pride, I will not be trading this breakout, even though I must admit it is a beautiful breakout. She's looking good post-breakup. She's hitting the gym. She's proving me wrong. She put down the pint of ice cream. She's really, really getting her stuff together. There I am at a bar with my friends, and she comes walking in looking better than ever. The one that got away. Am I going to do something? Am I going to send a drink down to her to talk about it? No, I'm not. I'm bigger than that. I have too much ego. I'm not. It's an abusive relationship, and that goes two ways. Apple abuses me, I abuse Apple. I think we just need to take a healthy break. She's looking fine, but she's not for me. She is 100% looking good right now. And it's not a situation your boy's going to get involved in. I gotta, at a certain point, it's the healthier for are you sure? We'll see how the day goes. We'll see how the day goes. Google hit a new all-time high right there. We'll see how the day plays out. We'll see how many high noons deep we get. Do you think CoreWeave has higher moves from here? Sure. What do you want me to say? 50% yes, 50% no. I can't predict anything. Once again, for something to go up, that means in aggregate, there has to be more aggressive buying than there is selling. I don't know what people are going to do. I can comment on the technicals. I can comment on the risk reward. We can break down the fundamentals. All I can tell you is it had a breakout, which appeared to be a fake out breakout, and now we're just returning to equilibrium. Buyers might step in here. Sellers might continue to step in here. So many people come with questions of prediction. You cannot predict in the market, especially in the short term. Day traders, scalp traders, even shorter term swing traders, prediction is a game of long-term investing, because the shorter your time frame, there's more noise. If I were to predict the next minute movement on Tesla, you literally have a perfect 50-50 shot. If you data mine all of the minute data, the 3-minute data, the 5-minute data, the 10-minute data, anything sub 1 day, like the daily time frame, it's almost perfectly 50-50. Now, you might be concerned on like, well, how does something go up or down? I'm not saying that the sizing of those movements are equal, but the chance of it going up or down is almost perfectly 50-50 on every single time frame for every single equity below the daily time frame. So this idea of like, can you predict? Yeah, I can predict with literal 50% accuracy. That would be my accuracy. That would be your accuracy. That would be everyone's accuracy. So with a 50-50 game, the question is, how do you make money? And that comes to the risk reward. Even if you're playing a game of flipping quarters, but every single time you're right, if you're paid out 2, and when you're wrong, you're only losing 1, well, that's an interesting game to be involved in, because you have net positive expected value. So this idea of CoreWeave, all I can tell you is if you go long right now, you have minimal risk. If I went long at 89, I'd be risking 87, 86. All I can tell you is it's trying to go higher, higher highs, higher lows. I have minimal risk. I'd be risking these recent lows. I guess if you wanted to, you could risk 78, something like that. I'd be risking something in this zone. And if I'm right, okay, I get to ride it up to 115, upside gap fill at 126. If I'm wrong, I'm taking a small hit. This idea of like, oh, like I'm predicting it goes up or down. Yeah, you might hope that it goes up or down, and I'm right there with you. Whenever I do a trade, I'm also hopeful that it works out for the way that I want it to go. I'm not trying to be blind to that fact. But this idea of like, does someone have a model out there that's better at predicting movement? No. The way to increase your accuracy of where you're going to go is by increasing your time frame. So you might be super bullish on Tesla and EVs, but that doesn't mean it can't have a red day, a red week, a red month. Now, in a quarter, in 2 quarters, in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, it might be massively up because of your prediction that the EV wave was going to get even bigger. And obviously, that's just a generic example, like a hypothetical, but you could apply that to anything. Let's say you think gambling is going to get bigger. So you're looking at all the Vegas stocks, you're looking at the online gambling brokers, it's like that type of shit. Those are predictions, but for predictions to accurately play out, you need more time. Predictions, you're going to have a 50-50 shot in anything less than the daily time frame. And that's not me just saying it as an opinion. Like, this has been proven not only here on this channel where I showed you all the data, we talked about it in the Discord, but it's been proven by research time and time again that the shorter the time frame, it becomes a game of flipping quarters. And I'm not saying that's inherently bad. I'm just saying if you accurately know the game, there's a better chance of you being able to play that game properly. So just want to put that out there. Short-term trading, assume you have a 50-50 shot, and it's all about your risk management. That's how you win the game of short-term trading. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minutes cracking. 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute is cracking. Even the 4 hours cracking. Oh, wow. We took out the overnight low like it was nothing.
Okay, this is where I get to expand my training because I want to break even before it gets to target 1, and I want to take profit before it gets to target 1. This is what I commonly do. This is why I'm not as profitable as I need to be. So this, I have to be willing to just let it come down and stop me out. That's what it boils down to. I wanted it to go faster. And sometimes if it doesn't go fast, it's good to just get out. But this is not a speedy type of trading. You're giving it room to wiggle. So it takes more patience, which is what I need to develop.
I predicted it properly, that doesn't mean I took a good risk reward setup. If I went short at 20, I was either risking 60 points or I was risking 90 points. That's not a good risk reward setup, because even if you're right, a lot of the times, if you're wrong every so often, you're still going to be net negative on that risk reward setup. So the better short was right here, once again, 55, or the better short was here at 92. This was actually the optimal short at 92, risking 11. It breaks, you put the stop to break even, it never retests, and you get to ride it now at this point, 100 plus points. I was late. It was a little early in the day for me. I'm trying to wait for 10 a.m. so I can't really like bitch and moan about it like too much, but just out of curiosity, whether on NQ, QQQ, NDX, SPX, SPY, ES, on any of them, did any of you guys take this trade? Or any of you guys slowly but surely learning here? It is late cores, I guess you could say that, but I'm also trying to be good and wait till 10 a.m. Like I am trying to be, I'm trying to be a little bit more patient with the whole thing. So I don't feel like it sucks. Like I wish this setup happened at like 10:05, 10:10, 10:15, something like that. I'd feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But yeah, I'm late to the movement. But once again, you just don't know. I went long, so no. I'm white. Why in the world would you go long? What about this is making you go long right now? Look at this. 5-minute bearish, 10-minute bearish, 30-minute bearish, 4-hour bearish, 5-minute bearish, 10-minute bearish, 30-minute bearish. This is the only bullish. Like, what are you seeing that made you want to go bullish? I mean, are we at a standard deviation move? I mean, I guess technically we are. So
Order filled.
The golden bands that you see right here, that's a 2 standard deviation move from.
I got scared. All this talk about NQ falling, and I'm looking at silver taking a little bit of a dive down, and I'm like, oh, man, was it wrong? I'm just thinking more and more of this resistance level here. Probably was stupid. I tell you what, if it comes down lower, I'll get back in. But here's what's if it goes up, it hits my target, I'm gonna be so mad. But I guess, oh man. It's going right back up. This is the thing that I need to work on. This is the most important thing for me to work on. Just get back in it.
Order filled.
And just stop out under this pivot here. I'm sorry. It's just going to have to stop me out. I can't get out. I got to hold my position. Okay, so I'm just going to get back in it. This is stupid, I know, in and out. But I got to hold my position. This is the thing that I need to work on. This is the thing that I need to get better at. The very thing that I just did is my problem. Okay, so we're back in. Oh my gosh.
knocking on every door, feeling so unsure. But your table is set, a feast for my soul. You are the bread, oh, the bread of life. You feed my soul, make me wholly whole. You are the bread, yes, the bread of life. You fill me up
Stop loss 49,
with endless love.
14. Keep everything right there. Just suck it up and be brave and do what you planned.
I carry a weight that crushed my soul. 1,000 stains I couldn't control. Every step felt like a fall, but then you came and called.
792. If you were within a couple points of that, obviously my hat's off to you. That was a gnarly trade. You deserve all of the profits you are currently getting. And in terms of where this could ride to, I mean, there's an argument for 525. We already sliced through all of that. 525, 450, 500 flat, somewhere maybe in this zone is where we could be realistically returning to if the sellers are still aggressive. So watching this closely, but I'd be watching this. And then, of course, you're just trailing it. Your stop should already be at break even. The fact that it's gone this far in your favor, I wouldn't be risking anything by any means. This might be the second reversionary bounce. Let's see. I don't want to miss this one if this is the trade I should be taking. Let's look at what's going on with flow. A little bit of a pop there in the Mag 7, a little bit of a pop there in the S&P 500, where it did overshoot the 50 and now it got right back up. So we're seeing a bit of a reaction right there. Who's going to win out, though? That's the real question. Is this a fake out? Do the Qs want to revisit the low from yesterday and the day before?
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
All right, I'm updating all my risk already. We're going to take a stab at it. A little bit of a stab at it. I'm about to get knocked out on this first one. Like I said, small risk. We're not doing anything too crazy today. We're trying to keep everything in check. I did take a short position. I waited for the first pop. I didn't want to chase this down. Granted, if I did chase it, I'd be up. But like I said, I'm doing it with minimal risk. I am in a short position, short on NQ. Just took the short. That's exactly the audio feedback. And like I said, it is a very tight risk. The second that this goes into my favor at all, I'm moving the stop to break even. So we'll see. We're taking a stab at it. Once again, I can't predict. All I can tell you is that the trends are down. All I can tell you, my friend, is that the trends are down.
I like the break even scale.
And also what I could tell you is I have a free trade. All I can tell you is I'm taking a riskless trade. I'm doing exactly what I told you. You heard it the second I went short. I gave you the reasoning. I cannot predict. I am not clairvoyant. None of us are. I'm trading with trend. I got into a trade. It went a bit in my favor, and I moved the stop to break even. I took all risk off the table. What else can I do? There's nothing else I could do. So right now, I'm in the situation of one or two things happening. I get knocked out for break even, no sweat off my back, did not cost me anything. Or it breaks in my favor and I make a shitload of money. If those are your two possible outcomes, it's a pretty fucking good day for you. Yeah,
Watch your
one's a
mouth, buddy
bummer.
boy.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You didn't make money. The other situation's pretty sick where you made money. Okay. Like, what else is there to do, folks? Like, this is the game. We don't know where it's going. Take your risk off the table. If you catch a runner, you catch a runner. I literally telegraphed this entire thing. I told you I'm looking for a short opportunity. I pointed out the momentum. I pointed out the options flow. I told you I was waiting for a bounce. The bounce happened. You saw me go short. You heard me go short. You saw my risk management. Now maybe it works. Now maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. You tell me, folks. You freaking tell me. You're a whiz. Voldemort doesn't have shit on me.
100 ticks, yeah.
Should we go for a 100-point trade? Nah, let's go for...
Order submitted.
We're just putting in some potential reach targets. Why? Well, I'm expecting people maybe to react to 500, so if I could get a fill at 505, I'd happily take it. But also, maybe it bounces earlier and I need to update that, which maybe I should go. Where's my 1 minute chart? No. I kind of don't like, I mean, of course I care. I can't say I don't care. That's like a silly statement. But my stop's at break even. I guess the one thing I do care about is the quote unquote newer accounts, because the newer accounts, I still have the unrealized drawdown I have to consider. So if anything, I'm more so thinking about these accounts.
Come on, hit my
because if I can
target, hit
lock
my
that
target.
in above the
Get up there and
drawdown
hit my
amount, I'm good.
target.
So I might aggressively move this.
Don't get out early like you always do. But you don't always do it anymore.
It didn't
Keep
go
going,
enough
keep
in my
going. I'm going to go to
favor.
break even now. Take the profit while you
But, like,
got it.
I don't know. For anyone who's like traded for, this is delayed.
Hit that
now.
trend line,
Is
I'm
it
gonna get
coming to
out.
knock me out. It might be. I didn't really see an opportunity to update my risk to in profit. So once again, the risk is already at break even. And if I get knocked out, hey, dude, I get knocked out. I'm going fishing. I'm
If it hits this
looking
trend
for that
line,
great
I gotta
white
get out.
shark where I could get that 100-point trade. And if I could do that in a riskless manner, dude,
So
I'm
where's
going to
that
have
at?
at it. Unfortunately, it's
Yeah, I
getting
gotta
really,
get out before
really
my-
close to
my
knocking
target.
me out. So maybe
I'm
this
gonna
isn't
close
my
it.
day to go fishing, but that's all right. I can't lie and say it doesn't impact your psychology because, of course, like
I really want to close it. Hit my target. Hit my target. Please hit my target. Hit my target. Hit my target. Hit my target. I could go to break even. It's almost at my target. I'm going to go under this pivot here then. I'm going to reduce my risk to this pivot here. Come on, hit my target. Hit my target. It's hitting that trend line on the 5,000 tick chart. That's why I want to take profit.
Order filled.
Yeah, because this trend line was it rejected off that trend line before. So there's no reason for me to be I'm just glad I got profit. There's a reason why I got out this time and not just based on fear alone. So that's good. Like there's a legitimate structural reason why I got out. So anyway, yes. $173 on that. Still not quite a 1-to-1 risk ratio reward. Never got into trade 2, but that is the trading for the day. All right, we're done trading for the day. See you tomorrow, Lord willing.